Hello, 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 and welcome back to something completely different. This is Magic the Gathering Forge. I may have pulled this on my channel at some point in the past, but even if I have, it's been so revitalized and done well that I don't think I've ever done a full run. So I'm going to go ahead and start a full run of this Magic the Gathering RPG. For those of you who have seen or played Shandalar, this is just Shandalar, but done with all the cards that have ever existed in Magic. And it's a fan project, so it's freely available. And yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and I've been playing this game a lot since early development, I guess, till now. And I didn't know it was on PC and updated on PC, but now that I found that out, I'm totally going to play it. Let's So, I'm gonna mostly try and do the same path that I've played this game on before, to see if I can make the same builds work, again. I'm not going to be doing save scumming or cheating or anything like that. I'm just gonna be playing very straight up. Except maybe I'll grind out some doppelgangers at some point. That's if it comes up. My real goal here is just to show you guys what it plays like. Definitely please comment on this video if you guys are enjoying or interested in it, because it's a pretty hefty time investment, and I'm happy to do it, but I also would like to know if you all want to see more of this. But the way the game plays out, the way it works, is you start off with a deck that is mostly themed around the color you chose, and all mixed with another color, and not particularly good. Sorry, one moment. It's not a particularly good deck. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be a deck that will cost you and make you lose games. But that's okay. You don't mind that, because the ultimate goal isn't to win every round. The goal is to do the best you're going to do, and get stronger as you go. Okay, we're in. So, here I am. Lainkk, let's see. Okay, I cannot use WSAD movement. That's not cool. I want that. So, welcome to Shandalar. You are a planeswalker. Find the planeswalkers and help them escape. Take this rune. Take these coins. Don't spend them on merchants. These coins are for jumpstart tournaments, challenge coins. With prizes. So, okay. I'll reopen the portal you arrived through. On this letter, you can find the Barons of Shandalar, which you now call home. So, okay. And let's take a look at my inventory. Yep, this is it. Let's go ahead and equip my boots. Boots, plus 15% movement speed. So, I don't mind. I'm going to be tutorializing you guys. This here is the map. And as you can see, the world has colored regions representing the colors of Magic, with a central that's neutral. It has towns and caves and dungeons with random monsters. It has specifically a large capital town in each color, and I think it should have and a castle in each color. Those castles won't unlock for a bit yet, and that's fine. Let's get to a town so I can look at my deck properly. Yeah. Okay. So you'll notice my character is starting off not with 20 HP or 20 life as you do in Magic, but 12. So finding ways to get more HP is going to be relevant for a while yet. Let's see what we got here. Two, 1 for 2 with bonuses for legendary creatures. It's actually not a terrible item to throw into my deck for 150. Deck, right. So by default I start off with a deck that is a mix of green and red. And I've actually had the advanced knowledge of what this deck plays like. It's pretty standard fare. I'm gonna immediately... Oh, we have Chandra in it. That's interesting. What is Chandra like? And how can I get her to zoom on click? I can just zoom in, I guess, manually. Discard your hand, exile the top 3 cards until the end of turn you may play. Deal 2 damage to a target, or play a big spell from the trash. Yeah. So it's not a very red deck. It's not a very green deck. It's kind of a stack of cards. 40 card is the minimum deck size in this game, so I'm gonna actually plan to trim this deck straight out down to that size. So let's just straight up excise all the red from my deck. And I can add it back later if it turns out that I'm missing something key. Looks like my 2 mana slot is well managed. Tap, deal 1 damage to target. I actually really like that. Oh no, it's player or planeswalker, not creature. Never mind. I thought it was just 2 damage to a target. Sack for 1 damage. Yeah, no, forget that. So, let's see. If I get rid of the mountains that I don't need anymore, and the red/greens that I don't need anymore, I can get down to a monocolored deck. Okay, 1 card short of a monocolored deck right off the bat. And considering how poor my deck's going to start off, that's going to be good for efficiency. My preferred approach to the game... Oh, I should show you guys around the town, shouldn't I? So you can see that you can buy better equipment that gives me HP and movement speed buffs and a wall in play from turn 1, right? But unfortunately, I start with 250 gold, so I'm going to need to get more money. One way to get money is selling the cards you have. So that card that I was dumping on for not being great, let me go ahead and just sell it. 25 extra gold, right? Perhaps the most important thing you can do with money is buy better cards. Cards such as... I actually have to run the downloader to get all of the art. I'll do that before I run this again next time, hopefully. Yeah, nothing here that makes me immediately happy. Let's go ahead and start my intended journey. I'm going to lose some matches while getting up to speed, and that's fine. I'm going to try to avoid fights right now because I'm not excited to do a bunch of fights. My main target right now is to head towards green, because that's where I'm going to be getting more green cards for my deck. +3, +0, good for humans. +2, +0, good for pirates. Ooh. Prevent 2 damage. That's actually really effective for keeping a creature alive for quite a while. I just generally like equips at this stage of the game. They tend to be very good for persistent value and being sticky enough to actually be useful. Yeah, let's just keep moving on our way. There are also quests you can complete for villages, but again, most of those require me to travel and kill things, and I am preciously weak to both. The current quest line I'm at is saying enter a bunch of different buildings, so I will do that as I go. They're recommending I kill an enemy in here. You know what? I am going to try to kill an enemy in here. If I can kill just that one guy and get his spell book, that's going to be a huge boost for me in terms of finances. I'm probably losing the fight, but I may as well try it. He's starting off with Staff of the Death Magus, so he's going to be getting a lot of extra life back. And I'm starting out with... Somehow I still have Pillar of Flame in my deck, and I have 1 forest with no playable creatures. This is not a playable hand. 2 forests, mulligan, or this is much more playable. Let's go ahead and ditch my 1-drop. Alright, keeping. And this is how all fights are conducted in this game. By playing a children's card game. Yeah, we're gonna take 4 damage to the face to remove that creature from play. Because if we don't, we're probably gonna die to it. I don't have anything that's gonna deal with him, so yeah, go ahead and Yes, you may deal 4 damage to me in order to get rid of that creature. Good burn, good burn. Brindle Shoat, that's a 1/1 that when it dies summons a boar. So that's a 3/3 boar. Okay, interesting. I think what we're gonna do is cast Irresistible Prey on this guy to force the Vengeful Devil to target him. Then, or to block him. Then we're gonna run in, get the block, trade, but I get a 3/3 in play. And he never gets to use his ability. Perfect. Get the Marauder's Axe down, get ready to swing with that next turn, start swinging. Whenever play caster for a spell each turn, create a treasure. Opponent controls put to grave from the okay, so I get treasures, but I don't want to use them. That's an interesting quandary. I can drop the Dawntreader Elk, or I can attach the axe and swing. I think we attach the axe and swing. Because he has 8 health to my 7. This is probably going to, force a block, which is exactly what I need to do here. Torch Fiend, destroy target artifact. He's definitely going to use that against my axe. So this is functionally a 3/3, which is fine. God, I really did not get any mana. We're probably putting the Dawntreader Elk into play this turn, but we can wait till after my swing, so he doesn't know what I'm going to do exactly. And yep, we will kill everything on the board. And get the Dawntreader Elk down. Yeah, I actually prefer to attach the existing axe than to put a second axe in play just yet. One more swing and he's dead, so maybe. He has no flyers. Do I have anything that can help me here? Choose target creature your opponent controls. When that creature dies, you gain 3 life. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I can use this to kill the Vengeful Devil immediately, and then swing with the Dawntreader Elk to kill the Heckling Fiend. What else can I do? I can put Truffle Snout in play as a 3/3. What else can I do? This is not great. I guess we put the 3/3 in play. I guess we swing with this guy, lose him to the Heckling Fiend, and then put the 3/3 in play. That seems reasonable. I'm still threatening to win the game if he doesn't put down another threat that way. There's no world in which I can clear his board here, but not have a threat of my own. I'd rather have a threat of my own. So we swing. Let's definitely put Truffle Snout down with the counter. If Truffle Snout attacks him... No, we swing and we trade, and then the axe is free again. This is fine. Okay, this should be enough. This is gonna mean I get value every time he chump blocks. Oh no, I forgot to swing. Oh, dumb. I missed my trigger. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. What we're gonna do is time to feed. Get rid of this guy. Heal and draw. And get the blocker advantage. Equip an axe so that this is a potentially lethal threat. That's okay. We don't have the mana, and now we swing. Okay! We are very close to taking this. Doesn't matter, bruh. We have you. We have you. Just in case I'm overlooking some way that this isn't going to work. We win our first fight! Yes! So when you win a fight, you get a few cards specifically out of your opponent's deck, which is why I want to be fighting green creatures, because they're the ones that are going to have green cards I want. But you also get just a pile of gold, which is nice. Sometimes you get more or less. Sometimes you get these purple energy crystals. And finally, in this specific... Oh, they're saying the same thing. Also, inside of caves, you sometimes get these huge caches of extra cards. None of those admittedly look very good to me, but okay, cool. I could continue in this cave, but honestly, I think I might just count my blessings and get out. If I think I can sneak my way up to there, though, I would love to take that purple crystal for myself. Without getting drawn into a fight with these guys, they're probably a bit more than I can handle right now. Nope, too late. Alright, Adept Wizard. If you lose a fight, you lose money, but you don't lose cards, so that's good. Oh wow. Good mana base. Nothing really castable until turn 3. But hopefully I draw something castable later, so that's fine. Go. 2-drop. Nope. Oh, hey. Turn 3 came. We'll play Truffle Snout. Where is he? And make him bigger. Make my monster grow! He's mana screwed, so we've got a real shot here. Sometimes good things happen to bad people. Alright, he's got his next mana. But we're so far ahead, I don't think he catches up. 5-3 with an upside? Yes. Okay, he's got something going here. Not that scary. And besides, I have time to feed, so we're definitely feeding on him just to keep the board clear. Alpha Strike in lethal. Alright, guys, we are on a roll. Multiple kills to start, and even though I don't have deck synergies for black, if I sell all of this, I'm probably making enough money to just straight up buy a rare card. 4 extra shards. Get greedy? Nah, get out, get out. So we're gonna get out of here. Quest complete? No, I said we're gonna get out of the black tower. Quest requirement is to come here for some reason. Caves are identical to dungeons. Oh, this is just a mini quest that I was completing. A goblin cave. You know, if I was inclined, I could take 8 fights with goblins and then just get 30-ish rewards from goblin decks and then just have a goblin synergy going. But I made a character that looks like an elf. I called him Lainkk, and I started with a green mana base. So clearly I have one thing in mind right now, and it's not goblins. Let's go to the green city. I haven't gotten to show you guys what happens when you lose yet, which is very good for me. So now my new quest, let me show you the quest menu, is to take side quests from villages, which you get by going to these question mark places, which I will do eventually, but in my last 5-10 minutes of this first video, I want to at least start building out the screen deck a little bit more than I have. And wouldn't you know it, we got our first elf card, which unfortunately is not a great card for your first elf card, because it relies on you already having elves. But Elven Ambush, pay 4, generate elves for the elves you have. Not a terrible card. I'm not going to pick it up yet. I don't value that effect highly enough to pick it up prospectively. A 2-mana Dork is not the standard. The standard I look for is a 1-mana Dork, but right now for 50 gold, I will absolutely add that to my deck. Sure. So, boop, boop, boop. Where are you? Group by type, sort by new. Should be a new creature that I just bought. Let me zoom out a little bit. Woodland Mystic, add to main deck, please. And we had a red thing in here, right? Yeah, nix that, please. Alright. Got our first elf. And it's a mana elf. Even better. Yeah, the arrow is constantly telling me to go to anywhere that might have a quest giver. So, let's go deep into the greens. If we see elves, we fight them. If we see villages, we check for shops that might have elf cards. I want to spend this money before I lose it in combat. That's just how I think. At least until my deck is good enough that I can start saving a bit more. Nope. What does green/blue mean? Ooh, okay, planeswalkers are always worth considering, but this one requires you to have blue coming with you, so holding off for now. This is a good game winner. Just pay 5 and then give all my elves +2/2 and trample. I might take that, actually, just so I have something that wins the game once you've made... Imagine you've made 6 elves with good mana generation. This is what you play to win. Oh, is this a planeswalker? Oh my god, this is the planeswalker. This is Oko, Thief of Crowns. On your turn, you turn target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a 3/3. So you turn your crappy artifact into a 3/3 creature, or you turn their 9 mana drop into a 3 creature. I actually need to buy this immediately, even if I'm not going to use it yet, because it's just that good. Let's go and sell some stuff to make money, so that I can afford it. Sell. Let's just sell everything black for now. I'm so far away from multi-classing into white and black. Actually, I love Ramosian decks, so I might keep that one just to have. I've been downloading card art as I go, and as I'm sure you can tell, the arts are becoming more and more filled out. Many of these didn't have arts before, they're having it now. They are having it now. They are going to have it at some point. Alright, that should be enough cash. Where was it? This guy, I think, right? No. Green-blue. Hey, he has his art. He didn't before. We're totally buying that, 100%. 2 copies of Oko the Trickster. It's a shame. So, same rules as with Magic the Gathering. Maximum number of cards of the same card, and you can only have up to 4 copies of a card in your deck. But advantage of... For 5, I'll buy that, even if I'm not planning on making a Tron deck. I might want it in the future. Who knows? Yeah, so there's no point in having 6 or 7 copies, but there's also no... But there is an incentive to at least getting up to that number. Look, there's an elf shop at the top. This is really what's going to make or break me, is what kind of elves I can get early. And Marwyn the Nurturer is a perfectly serviceable 3-drop. 1/1 gets 1, taps for 1 mana, but gets +1/+1 every time you put in another elf. So that grows. That amount of mana you get grows. 3 mana for tap, get as much as you have elves. This is not the optimal, but it's good enough. Let's shuffle the shop for 2 crystals and see what else I can get. Wirewood Elf, 2 for 1, not ideal. 3 for 1 and changes color. Breaks an artifact. 2 for 1, but it's any color you like. Needs white. Shuffle. That's elk, not elf. Oh. Resurrects elves when you do things. Elfheim Elite is fantastic. +X/+X for all the elves you have, and you can use it to get around blockers. I think I am picking this up. It's expensive though. I don't know where I spent all my money, but I don't have any money left. I think rather than immediately selling everything I have to buy it, let me go and fight some fights to get it. In the meantime, let's filter out everything that isn't green. Oh, wait, these aren't green, sorry. These are the card types. Let's filter out everything that isn't green. Okay, sorceries and lands, creatures. How do I wish there was a single button to turn them all on or off. I don't know if there is, and I just don't know what it is. Alright, there we go. So we've got 4 green creatures. We definitely add her. We definitely add him. A 2-drop that's a 3/3. Or sorry, a 4-drop that's a 3/3 is a meh. 3-drop 1/1 with upside is a meh. Kill all enchantments might be useful. I don't know. 1 mana 1/1 with haste and an upside is good enough for now. I don't see myself getting to 6 mana. I don't love this card, but it's at least castable. Let's remove this. Let's remove... Yeah, let's remove this. Well, that one lets you kill a target at least. These both let you fight on entry. And this one is significantly cheaper, so yeah, we'll keep this one. It's better for removal. Okay, keeping tabs on this village because that's where we found an elf shop. Let's go and do some hunting. And actually, now would be a good time to save my game. Slot 4, save as Lainkk Online. Okay. Come on, come on. Ooh, a Hydra. I don't know if I'm going to beat him. Hydras are pretty hefty creatures, lots of HP, but the drops that a Hydra gives do help with people who generate a ton of mana, and elf decks often generate a ton of mana, so that's good. 2-drop for a Shoat seems reasonable. We're keeping this. Okay, we managed to get our 2-drop off. We can do a 1/1 or a 2/2. I'm preferring the 2/2, or the 1/1, because I'm guessing I'm going to need a chump blocker before I'm going to need offense. I was wrong. Truffle Snout's good here. Truffle Snout's good because I can use, is Truffle Snout better, or is Dawntrunner plus Gingerbread better? I think making my board is more important right now, so we'll do this. Okay, Genesis Hydra. Okay, so he casts for 1x, which is not enough to do anything. Perfect. What we're going to do is swing and hope that he blocks the Brindle Shoat. That would be fantastic, because then I can play this and get the Bloodthirsty effect. If not, I probably just drop the... Well, we'll find out then. He didn't. I'm still going to drop the Sabertooth Mauler. There will be other opportunities to make use of it. Okay, he's killing the Brindle Shoat now, which is going to help the Sabertooth Mauler. Oh, it only happens on my end step. Never mind. What I could do is Irresistible Prey the Truffle Snout. I kill the Voracious Hydra. It probably dies to the Genesis Hydra. That's fine. I'm okay with this. But we'll swing with everything here. This protects the rest of my creatures anyway. And he's just letting it all through. Okay. Didn't see that coming. What do we do here? Drop him, and you know what? We'll drop him too. I don't think that this is the kind of deck that's going to run a whole lot of board wipes. Okay, how's this going to work? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage getting through potentially, which is not enough to just straight up kill. If I go through with all of it, return a permanent from my thing. I don't have a permanent that matters here. There aren't any enchantments that matter here. he can eat this food to gain 3 life, so it's not like he's on death's door exactly either. This is the problem. So what do we do? Do we swing into him? Or do we hold back? I think we take it slow here. We'll make this guy unblockable to deal 1 damage. And we'll just go through and deal 1 damage. And then for our drop, we'll do this, and we'll keep our rebirth in the pocket for when it counts. Ugh, okay, that's a pain. We have a mana capacity in the teens right now. It's a shame we don't have anything that we can do with it. I activated those in the wrong order, and that sucks. Okay, my fault. I think at this point we're pretty beaten. His board is going to get ahead of my board very quickly. Unless he plays very poorly, that's always a possibility too, right? I mean, if I continue to use my 1 damage per turn tactics. I apparently didn't activate it even though I thought, oh no, he has haste on one of these guys. I just didn't pay attention which one. Yeah, that'll be it. Sure. So Sabertooth Mauler has been getting bigger every turn, but I have no dodge, no tricks for getting through. I'm actually tempted to concede this game, but I don't actually know what my deck can do. Oh, there we go. He's gonna make it happen. Nah, you got this, bro. GG. So now that I've died, I lost a percentage of my money, which was not very much. Thank God. I got 9 out of 12 health, which will not recover till I go back to a village, at which point it will recover for free. But that prevents you from, like, just re-challenging, bang your head into a wall. And yeah, very little was lost. Let's go and keep trying to make good things happen. You, the weird-looking snake. I mean, we did have a good board going. He just had much bigger creatures, and I don't have removal yet. 2 mana to drop a 3 and a 2. This is okay. I have something that resembles a curve. What does this do? Oh, don't care. Okay, this is it. Lose or win, it's right here. What can I do? I need the Somberwood Stag to kill this thing before it gets any bigger. So as much as it frustrates me to do, I'm actually going to forgo building a board and advancing my position just to get this out. And do that. Okay, he's all into exile stuff. I'm pretty low on health. And I don't have any good tactics here. So we're going to pay 2 to attach the X. And then we're going to tap her for 3, 4, 5 mana capacity still, right? Then we're going to do this. And now we're threatening all kinds of damage if they let me through. They're not going to let me do it, but hopefully it'll stop the bleeding a little. Let's do this. Tap you for 3. Float the 3 and the 1 more to do this. And then reattach the axe to you. And you're going to be my win strat, because I'm just going to keep swinging with this bad boy. And they're probably going to let it through. What just happened? He cast an AoE, deal 5 damage to everything, and that included me, who was too low to live. Well, that's what happens when you fight a red deck. Sometimes you just get killed. It is the way of things.
Hello, may I please speak to Ahmed Rashid?
So, let's see. If we can't beat a skunk, then we're pretty skunked. So let's go ahead and try and deal with that and see what happens. I hate this opener, so we'll mull it. We can keep this. This is much more keepable. This isn't going to be useful for a while, so yeah. Alright, you go first, Honey Badger. We get our axe in play. And we deal 1 damage. We're ahead. It'll be a while before that Nimble Mongoose is dangerous, so let's not worry about him till we have to. Instead, let's do this. Let's attach an axe to this guy. If it's going to be a race, I want to be doing 3 times the damage you are. Yeah. My mana capacity is now quite high. It's a shame I don't have a lot of higher end threats, but that's okay. How am I going to deal with that badger? I'm not, actually. I'm going to do this. He doesn't have haste. None of them have haste, which means this guy can't be blocked. So I'm still hitting for 3 damage a turn, which is plenty. Okay. Do I take 6 on the chin, or do I do something sneaky? I let this be a block. I thought I was able to sacrifice him after that, but apparently not. There's probably a way, and I just probably did it wrong. That's fine. How do we kill this thing? Do I need to kill it? Probably not. For now, we just bring back the elk. And we'll actually just swing again? I don't mind losing this guy right now, honestly. It's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Do it. I can reattach the axe to someone else. I'm going to take this on the chin because I need a creature in play. Jesus. That's not something I can deal with. This might be game. Game. Well, can't beat a skunk. Let's go and buy stuff. That's the game loop. That's the challenge of the early game. Let's sell stuff I can afford to sell. Let's look for reasonably valued cards. Hoodwink is expensive. Return target thing to its owner's hands, so a less good boomerang, so we'll get rid of that. Man, all of those early rounds that I won made me feel very strong, when clearly I'm not that strong yet. Alright, Elf Store, show me what you got. We agreed that we want to buy Elheim, so we definitely are going to hold out for a little more cash. He's ironically still not the thing I need the most just yet, but at this point it's literally anything that's going to make my deck a little bit better is good. Pretty aggressive about selling cards I don't need in the early game. It's eventually I'll have enough money that I can keep more cards, but that's a ways off. Elheim, add to main deck. And what card am I always upset to see? Time to Feed, Crushing Canopy is so bad. I don't fight enough flyers to make it worth my while yet. Alright! And just like that, I've played longer than I meant to, but yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Sure, I'll fight a Rhinoceros. I should really be focusing on fighting elves, because they're the ones that if I win, I'll get the most out of. But honestly, anything I can beat would be good right now. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find something I can beat. Okay, so far I'm on curve and he's not. I don't need the mana acceleration, I'd rather have a beefier creature. Okay. I don't want to save this for later. Let's go ahead and bring him out immediately, so I can start threatening wins. Hey, we got one! We got one! Oh my god. Yeah, not a minute too soon. We're gonna make you irresistible. We're gonna make you unblockable. And then we're going to swing. Just in case. Yay! So what was this? This was a 1 mana suspend that in 4 turns becomes multiple creatures. Yeah, I'll put that in my deck for now. 2 mana, pull out a land. That's okay. I'd rather play elves. 5 mana, 4/5. Giving everyone trample. That's not terrible. That's kind of crater hoofy. Isn't this that one card that I said would be a good finisher? Yeah, we're going to put some of these in our deck. They're not great cards, like this instant, but they help. And look, there's a new elf store. Let's check it out. There's another Elfheim. Okay. Three mana, tap for 2. Tap until target Lainkk becomes an XX with haste. Bah. I'm not loving any of these. Yeah, only thing here I'm liking is Elfheim, but he's already a legendary, so let's shuffle this. Two mana, buff all your elves. Whenever you cast an elf, you may pay if you do draw. That's good. Leaf Ground Visionary is very good for my deck. My theoretical future deck, anyway. When this card dies, exile until you reveal a creature and put it into play. That's not terrible. That's okay. So this will help me break sieges when I'm in sieges, but nothing I'm loving. But I believe we have some deck editing to do. So let's see. I think we agreed that we want this. +4/+4 and trample on a deadlocked board is a win con. What's this do? I'll take this just so I have a 1 mana option. And this is another game ender. So a couple game enders. In exchange, we'll lose these 1/1s that require work in order to become passable. And one of my time defeats. What's Crashing Canopy again? Oh, no, this one for sure. Okay. Sell cards. Anything that I decided I wanted to get rid of would be, this would be a good time. 25, 150. I'm getting rid of the canopies. Every time I drew them, I hated them, so let's just get rid of them. And much as it pains me to overpay, we'll get the Leaf Crown Visionary. We'll do that. Edit. Where's Leafy? Here, Leafy, 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 Leafy. Here, Mr. Visionary, 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 Visionary. New, none, default. Okay, deck completed. Just because I haven't in a while, let's save the game. What do I feel confident in fighting? Pretty much nothing, so still where we started in that sense. Let's decide on a direction. We're either doing a quest or we're heading in a direction. Let's head due west to that central city. And eventually along the way I'll try to be picky about what I fight. Let's lure this tree close to me, and oh no, there's no way I'm getting out of a fight with that fairy, is there? But fairies tend to have low HP, so hopefully this is a winnable, easy fight. Yeah, 8 to 12. Do I have a 1-drop? I got a 2-drop. Yeah, good. 2-drop. Leafy. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life and create a 1/1. That's okay. I've got no problem with you creating flyers at the low price of you dying while you do it. Any kind of special abilities? Just a flyer? That's it? Well, what stops me from just doing this and alpha striking and trading you and growing my creatures? Yeah. Okay. We're actually going to feed on you here to gain more HP, and boom, that's it. Kill the fairy. And you can see how low the reward is for murdering a fairy. Still, any money is good money. Where are we heading? Due west. If you stick to roads, your movement speed is faster, but if you stick to roads, you also find more towns. Not sure why that's a but. It's just good. But you might not be going in the direction you want to, obviously. If you're... Ooh, elf shop. This is another reason I love opening with elves in this game. It's so easy to find elf shops and therefore find more elves. Heritage Druid is an instant taker. Wood Elves is an instant keeper. Pay 3, get a new forest. Sign me up. So we'll get the Wood Elves. We'll get the Heritage. Can't afford the Heritage. Okay. 4 mana for 3 1/1s. Whoa, that's painful. Yeah, okay, I want the Heritage Druid badly enough to sell anything it takes to get it, so we're definitely getting it. Oh, wow, this was worth a lot. Without knowing what it does, it's pretty easy to decide to sell it. God, I'm on such subsistence level money right now. Alright. Do we shuffle? Sure, why not? It's a little more expensive than usual to shuffle this time, but we'll do it. It's a planeswalker that creates small elves and eventually lets me draw. I think that's okay. I think I take that, actually. But I don't think I sell everything I have to get it right now. I think I come back to it, so... You can keep that for now. We'll come back for you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and add our 2 new cards to the deck. Where's the Wood Elves? There it is. Boom. Wood Elves is just a better mana accelerator, because you get a body with it. I don't hate any of these. Rebirth is a little less good for me at this stage. Irresistible Prey is a little less good for me at this stage. Actually, Irresistible Prey is straight up not good for me. I'm not sophisticated enough in my deck's combinations that I need it yet. And my opponent, the trick to making my opponent block right now is just going face a little longer so they have no choice but to take blocks. In all the games we've played, I think that's been an effective card once, maybe twice. Okay. Why do I go to a city when I have no money? To check out the elf shop, of course. There aren't always elf shops, by the way. It's just I've been getting a reasonable number. Carrion Ranger is a must-have eventually. This early on, it's not as critical, but... I'll come back for it if I need to. It's mostly useful when you have things that tap for a lot of value, like tap, gain 6 mana, untap, tap, gain 6 mana, cast Eldrazi. That kind of combo. And especially as I start adding more elves and less lands, it becomes even more useful. We getting a rematch? Looks like we're getting a rematch. Nope. Bye-bye, Mr. Rhino. What the? Yeah, we're gonna take the flyer. So, flyers are really hard for my deck to deal with right now, so I'm probably on a clock from the start of this round when he plays like a 1-1. So I'm gonna be very excited to keep a 1-1 of my own in this round. I forgot that he has haste. I should have swung with him. So if I lose by 1 HP, it's entirely because I botched it. Protection from black, flying, but that's it? Sweet. I can Truffle Snout, or I can drop a mana generator so that I can start doing Ilfheim next turn. I think the mana generator is smarter right now, to be perfectly honest. It also lets me guarantee that this guy gets through. Well, that sucks. I'm going to be taking a lot more damage. Well, we get Elfheim. Now I can't attack with this guy, so that's fine. Destroy... What is this? Target tap creature. Wow! I got lucky. He could have used that against something much worthier. I'm going to Truffle Snout for HP, just because at this point the clock is probably more important than having another 3-3. I need to play more elves when possible, but I don't think that's going to happen this game. He played another one? Seriously? What are the odds? We're definitely doing this. No, we're gonna trade. I want that thing dead so badly. Not that it matters. When his 1-1s are 3-3s with vigilance, there's not much I can do. We'll do the Mauler, because I think if I feed him a creature this turn to make this a 4-4, that's might get through next turn. Nope, he buffed a creature. Alright. Yeah. Honestly, without those +1/+1 vigilance enchantments, I would have had a shot. That was not as one-sided as it looked at the end. but in the end it looked pretty one-sided. Where are we for time? Coming up on an hour. See, so at this point I know I should probably just stop the video and break this into another session. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys shortly.